Yeah, dude. So, Brian, just like take what you can get. John's a great guy, and I wish I had a mentor when I was, your age. I've had mentors, but I haven't had, mentors that are selfless in the sense that they want me to do better or they want you to do better than them, right? I'm 32. It took me finding Red to finally go, oh, dude, this guy, he's not going to baby me. I got to put in the work, but he'll check me. He'll let me know when I'm veering off the path. He's teaching me so much by just, putting meat on the table. And that's what you got to do, Brian. You got to put meat on the table. That's your job right now. Put meat on the table, watch him cook it, right? Because he's going to show you, this is why I didn't do this. This is why I did do this. This is why I did it this way. He's going to show you everything I wish I knew before. Man, where would I be right now if I had the right mentor sooner?
Now you got Red, which is awesome. You have a great dynamic duo going with Red.
Oh, dude, yeah. I look up to him in so many ways. But just for anybody out there, look for, if you can find someone that would be a mentor. Sometimes they charge. There's programs out there like my buddy Oscar, who they have programs that they will literally say, hey, you know what? Give me $5,000 and I will show you the world. And
I'll take $5,000.
Right?
I'll show you a few things for $5,000.
I'm sure it'd be worth it too, bud. Hey, don't show me that, bud.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's worth $5,000. It might be like, you might have to pay me so I don't call the cops on you.
On that note,
Yeah, buddy. Welcome.
welcome to Not a Boring Real Estate Podcast. We are your host, Ryan Domas.
I'm Diego Vasquez.
And where are we today, Diego?
Dude, we are in beautiful, sunny, not so sunny today, sunny Huntington Beach, where my boy's dressed like Farmer John that lives on 18th Street and Olive, where I used to live for score and
Howdy, ma'am.
20 years ago. You look like a Huntington Beach farmer, bro.
I'm so ready. Yeah, like I was growing Christmas trees all day, like a Hallmark movie guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go surfing afterwards.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Probably punking somebody who's not a local.
That's right. And then on the Hallmark movie, I meet the rich girl who's got to save the town square. And yeah, absolutely.
But you stayed home because you have like parents that have.
That's right. I just raise Christmas trees for a living and somehow make $1 million.
Yeah, buddy. Hallmark movie. But no. So, dude, so we were lucky enough that Brian called Ryan. Brian called Ryan. And he reached out to you about John wanting to just bring us on to record.
That's right. John Soricelli, J&J Financial. Where can you find him on Instagram?
The John Sor, S-O-R. So John Soricelli, he's super cool, dude. I'll be honest. I had my reservations at first. I just didn't know him. I don't know who he was.
And you don't normally trust anybody.
Trust any, not at
Yeah.
first. I love people. But I've worked with people to know enough.
Yeah.
So I had my reservations. I was like, wait. I'm sure he's just another lender who's just like gonna come and show us his, cheap little setup and try to get us to give him a deal in order for him to record us.
And that wasn't it
I
at all,
was
dude.
so wrong, dude. I was so
Yeah.
wrong. We just walked up thinking it was going to be some sort of, like a schmoozing type meeting. The dude sits us down for a podcast.
Yes, and the nicest studio we've ever been into. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is like pro.
Well, we have our makeshift studios, but this is actually a full-blown, like, hey, I created a studio, and we hit it off, man. I had a really good time talking to him.
Definitely, dude. I'm excited about today. So, John Soricelli, J&J Financial, that's where we're at today in Huntington Beach, right behind Baja Sharkies, by the way. Diego's got a few stories, but...
Yeah, I can't tell those, bro. I'm a married man now. I'm engaged, and I love my life, so I'm going to keep it that way.
All right, smart dude.
Yeah,
smart
bud.
today. So, today's topic of the show, I think it's going to be don't get nickel and dimed in 2024.
Okay, I like where we're going.
Because Diego and I were shooting some ideas. We're like, all right, we're filming this in 2023. By the time you hear this, it's 2024. One of us might be in jail. Who knows what's going on? But seriously, we're like, okay, what's going on in 2024? Every single thing that's free is something that wants to charge us money now.
Yep.
And one of them's the broke agent.
You get the free trial, you
Yeah.
get the 7-day, the 1
Yeah.
month, and then they hit you with your card.
That's right. Inman went from $20 a month to $249 a month. I cannot believe Inman's trying to charge $250 just to read an article.
So let me
That's
ask you.
insane.
So what were you paying originally for $20? What were you getting?
I was getting articles that I would disagree with.
Okay.
Because a lot of it was like, hey, this is how great Compass is doing, and this is how much money they made. But, there's a difference between revenue and profit and income.
Fair enough.
And so I read between the lines on that one. But then but at the same time, you know, I was like, this is $20 a month to hear industry news, but now $250 to read exclusive articles. I mean, what is that?
Like, what am I really getting? Because sometimes they might just have
Yeah.
to pull something out of their ass on a November issue that they got nothing.
Exactly. And then shout out to the broke agent who does great content, but they're moving to a monthly payment platform when this is a very hard time to hit the agent's wallet right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you expect us all, like all of these companies at the same time. And then we talked about Amazon, Netflix, Disney Plus. All of these streaming services are going up this year. So they said that the average person at home, it's going to go between $62 and $86 a month for what they're watching in streaming
Just for what they're
services.
watching.
Just for what they're watching. That doesn't count.
I'm sure I'm not far off. I mean, I know
yeah.
I got the whole Disney bundle package. I got like Paramount Plus. The only thing I don't have is like HBO, and you know, I'm sure I'm using Mom's Netflix or something that it occasionally kicks me out.
That's right. And groceries are up 46% over last year.
I think it's more than that because there's this guy on like, you know, TikTok, Instagram, where he shows like a 3-year progression of the prices for the same things from Costco, and it's like 140% markup.
Maybe. Oh,
It's
that
just
might be what
they're
it
just
is.
numbers year over year, but I'm talking about from like 3 years ago. It's insane what we're paying for things, and it's like something's got to give, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, because it's like Christmas time,
Mm-hmm.
so like it's already tough on everybody to like just afford life. But then like,
And especially
yeah.
realtors, you know, you got your Land Rover payment,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got your cleaners, you know, you got your Armani suit that you bought from 3 years ago when you had money. Now you don't fit in it anymore, so you got to get it tailored.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's getting hard out there for a realtor.
It is. And then I'm going to the Keller Williams convention in February.
Oh.
They picked the same month as the Super Bowl and the same week that Bad Buddy's in town. I got to pay $700 a night to stay at the Excalibur because Bad Bunny's there that weekend. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to the medieval times with a hotel
You can go to
room.
Dick's Sports Bar.
Dick's Sports
Love
Bar.
that place. That's the one where they like say like, oh, I love eating cock, and just put it on a freaking thing, and then you're like wearing this big stupid hat, and they're just rude to you.
Oh,
that's why it's called Dick's.
Oh, nice.
You haven't heard of that?
No.
Oh, that's the one good thing about Excalibur. But yeah, you obviously want to miss the nuclear family that looks like, you know, they were bred by pigs.
Yeah, it's like a medieval times with rooms, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to sleep in the horse stable with the horses, dog.
Just
So-
for $700.
Just to have
Yeah, my cousin stayed at the Rio, got his car stolen.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they found it in some ditch somewhere, and he was trying to get the insurance money, and they're like, sorry, the car is still intact. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, but there's that movie. It always reminds me of that movie, The Other Guys, where it's like, yeah, me and Jimmy and the boys
Yeah.
had an orgy in your car. But anyway, so Vegas, Vegas is expensive as it is, and you're going to a real estate conference in February. In February, when things are finally starting to ramp up, and you probably got work to do.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't, like, early winter is like the worst time to have anything real estate related, but for some reason, everybody wants to get that.
They're being cheap. They know that's the cheapest time to get convention center prices.
Absolutely, 100%.
Because nobody's booking.
Nobody's booking. And they're like, who on earth is going to fly here the same month as Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl?
Realtors.
Realtor.
You because you want to keep up with the Joneses, other realtors.
Yeah.
God, one thing is like, you know, trying to keep up with friends you don't like, right? You're trying to impress people you don't like.
Yeah.
Another thing is trying to impress other realtors. God,
man.
realtors, you are just a bunch that is just hard to compete with.
It is.
When it comes to vanity, man.
It is. Do you think we might be the most annoying profession on social media?
The most annoying profession. I mean, the most. I'm so inundated with realtor TikToks. I mean, it's sad, you know. But it's funny because some, like we talked about on the last one, the butt selfie realtors.
Yeah.
Some of them are getting it.
They are, dude.
You talked about like an $8 million listing last time.
$8 million listing in West LA, and the entire thing is just her butt and the house. Her butt and the house. Yeah.
Both are for sale.
Yeah, both are. Potentially, right?
Potentially.
If your offer's good enough.
Okay, so
Yeah, but we were kind of talking about like nickel and dime because when I recruited you as a Keller Williams team leader, like every team leader at Keller Williams knows New agents, they don't have a lot of money to spend. You were already a seasoned agent, but when you get a brand new agent and they're so green, dude, they don't know it. They're like, when do I get paid? It's like you just signed on the dotted line. You don't have a listing. You don't have a client.
You immediately start forking out money.
KW team leader, you get these people to sign on the dotted line and they're like, where's my paycheck? And it's like, you don't have a client. You don't have anything going on. 6 to 9 months is when you're going to get your paycheck.
Well, and that's the thing about being a team leader, recruiter, right? The low-hanging fruit is always new agents. They don't know anything. And then, of course, for Keller Williams, that's supposed to be their bread and butter, right? We will teach you how to be an agent so you can go and go to EXP once you learn what the heck you're doing.
Literally.
Like, that's the model.
Yep.
And EXP knows it. So do we. So everybody says, go to Keller Williams at first so they can teach you everything, and you can take that and go elsewhere because we won't charge you desk fees or printer fees or whatever fees are brought up. But that's a tall order. I mean, when I see new agents, like, I have a really soft spot for you guys in my heart because you are being bombarded and you don't know anything. You just came in. Most people came in thinking it was going to be selling OC. Mm-hmm. They thought it was going to be a walk in the park, and you're going to get your license, and somebody's going to go, hey, I need to buy a house or I need to sell a house, and that's not the case.
No.
Especially now you have just entered into one of the toughest markets out there, and one of the biggest drop-off rates, even for seasoned veterans.
Yeah.
And now you're supposed to go, I need to make money in the next 30 days where you might not make it for 6 months. You might not get anything.
Nothing.
Like, why would I trust you with my single most important asset in the world? And you've never done this before.
Never done it before.
Right.
It's very hard to not have any history of selling and then walk up to a client and be like, but I can sell yours though.
Yeah.
That's
and not
tough.
just that, there's the psychology of it. There's keeping the deal together. There's someone that will respect you enough to say, okay, what do I do next? Right. Yeah. And at this point, okay, I would say the smartest thing to do is get someone like a mentor, like a Red or whoever who's willing to, who's been around the block that says, hey, edify that person, and they'll, like, any questions, go to them. Like, I'm the guy. I'm going to take care of you. I'm your friend. I'm your confidant. Ask me anything. I will find out for you. I think that's the best way to try to go about it. But again, to even teach these people how to door knock, to even teach them how to go out and look for business that's not all, like, it's so tough. And then again, you were talking about being nickeled and dimed. Mm-hmm. Now they got to pay their broker fees, and not just that's assuming they even get a deal.
Oh, the MLS.
Yep, MLS is a fee.
The NAR, dude, all the
your dues,
the board dues, $1,800 a year,
and then let's say they talk you into what? You got to get your signs. You got to get
your signs. Yeah.
What else you got? What else as a team leader? What else would you tell them to get? With, like, hey, the first thing you want to do is this. What do you tell?
E&O insurance.
Oh my God. E&O what?
I don't have E&O insurance. I know you don't have E&O insurance. I'm like, dude, I'm good if I don't run anybody over at the listing. I'm good.
Which has happened before. I think Red told me about a story where some dude freaking, like, he an agent that took the listing, they ended up backing into the house.
Oh, dude, yes, he did tell us that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the seller called him to say, hey, what should I do? He's like, well, like, you didn't use me. You signed a contract with them. Like, so, yeah. Anyway, long story short, there's so many things that are trying to take our money nowadays. Mm-hmm. To be a new agent is tough enough. But let's talk about current agents. What are some of the things taking their money right now?
Current agents?
Yeah.
Leads. Like, and I get it. Like, you think that you're going to pay to play. What do we talk about? Didn't it calculate to between $3,000 and $12,000 for a qualified Zillow lead?
Damn.
That's how much they're, because you're getting maybe 2 or 3 leads a month that you're already paying $3,000 for.
Wow.
Which one's going to be qualified, ready, willing, and able? You know, who's Vegas on a Friday night with the prom dress on? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're ready to go.
Yeah, and that's assuming they're qualified, which they're not. They're usually, they don't know what they're doing or talking about. Like, you know how many people that contact me saying, Diego, there's a house that I really liked. I want it. Let me know what I got to do. I'll qualify. I want it right now. Here we are scrambling, rushing to get their paperwork in order. By the time we get the paperwork in order, if the property's not already in escrow, we look at their income and everything, and they don't even qualify for half the property.
Yeah, and Zillow gets mad if you don't show them the house.
And I got to go waste my time.
Yeah.
I got to kid at home.
Yeah.
I'd rather sit there and watch TV than do that.
So you're spending up to $12,000 for one qualified Zillow lead. It's insane.
Or you give them half on these deals.
Yeah, if you get that special thing.
Yeah. And which is few and far in between. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different services out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Canva. You got to have Canva if you want to do some cool stuff with your Instagram. You know, you might have to promote some stuff on Instagram. Like, don't get nickeled and dimed. And that's what the real purpose of this episode is just it's like, let's focus on what you do have at your disposal and put it to work, right? If you have a CRM, okay, right now it's the off season. You might not have anything to do, right? Even in beginning of January, people are still ramping up. Like, some of us might get busy right away, some of us might not. If you want to stay busy, if you need a CRM as a realtor, you need one. And put it together, get your Facebook, and I mean, literally, it's tedious. I would even, like, that's somebody else you might have to hire a virtual assistant and say, hey, get all the emails and date of births or birth dates on my Facebook and transfer them to my leads on my CRM. If you could just pay, like, get someone to do that, because, God, that's got to be tedious.
Yeah.
Get someone to do that. And then set up an email campaign or you know, like make sure, especially if they're former clients, to, hey, it's their birthday, make sure you send a card out at this time.
Yeah.
You have already, that's half of the battle.
Big time. Just get that looped in where you can attack the database. But we kind of talked about also how, like, it's not almost how much money you spend, it's how much money you save. Because you got to have some money in reserves. And we know teams that survive that are 100% internet leads.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
You're like 100% internet leads. And Zillow's saying, hey, now you're giving 40% of your cut if you're part of that special program.
Yeah.
That now they're going to take a 40% cut. So it's like you got to have multiple ways of getting business, which you're very good at, because most people, that just about anybody that knows Diego is going to use him as a real estate agent. You're very good at, like, using your sphere of influence. You're not even, like, weird and creepy about oh, by the way, I sell real estate. You just have a way of, like, weaving it into the conversation that's so organic.
Thanks, bud.
And not too bullshitty, you know? So people know to use you, but I think we're going to have to just kind of cheer people on throughout the year of, hey, just keep finding ways to make money that doesn't cost so much money.
Well, for what works for me, what I've always believed is that, you know, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? So your job is to care about other people, right? If I contact you, I'm like, hey, dude, like, congratulations on the baby. Like, how's everything going? What's up? Let's link up. Let's go have a beer, right? Which is probably why I've gained so much damn weight in the past couple of years. I was looking good before, but, you know, you make the time for them. And I think they see that. They see that as genuine, you know. If I could help you, if there's any way that I can help you in real estate, by God, let me know. Or I know a guy. I had somebody that I did an open house. The guy came in. He was great. We hit it off, but he already had an agent. And he ended up buying with that agent. Hits me up 2 days ago. He says, hey, Diego, do you know any contractors?
Wow.
You know, I'd love to be that guy. Let me know if you need any restaurant recommendations, a plumber, anything like that. You just let me know. I got you. Right? And just like that. I don't know if that's going to come from him. Maybe he sends me somebody in the future. Could be now, could be in 5 years. I'm still going to be here.
Still going to be there.
And
that's
it's happened
cool.
that way.
Just a little thing about, yeah, you want a plumber? Here you go.
Yeah, somebody that I knew from school. We had some sort of friendships, and you know, we just kept it up throughout the years. I always liked their stuff. You're rooting for them. They're rooting for you. You haven't seen each other in 10 years, and that could be a business.
Wow.
You know, there's a double-edged sword. I'm on freaking Instagram all the damn time. But there's, again, that's just one of the things, you know, friendships and being genuine about it, not just trying to be some salesman.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps some of you guys out there. But it's, you know, you really got to put in the work. You have to figure out how to cold call or get some sort of marketing campaign, whether it be like piecemeal or XYZ. Like, just pick something and freaking do it and stop talking about it. And you know, especially if you're new, find somebody who's doing it and just mirror them. Because if you see that they're obviously successful, they're doing something right. Stop trying to do it your own way. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. Now, how about, like, agents that they're trying to get noticed? And we talked about how it's so oversaturated right now. We know, 4 or 5 podcasts that have started since we started ours. And
there are children.
And then we know people that literally sold one house and they're already You know,
they're coaches now.
they're already coaches now. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. We know somebody that sold like one house,
Yeah.
and now they're a real estate coach.
Now they're a coach.
and they're like, whoa! If I've done it once, I could tell you how to do it once too.
Yeah, I'll tell you how I became successful. Like, really?
Yeah,
Really?
The whole fake it till you make it thing is just, I hate that.
Well, that's the MO of a realtor. Is
really?
just literally, I mean, and that's what Instagram's been. I mean, you know, nobody wants to deal with number 10 out of the top 10.
Yeah.
They want to deal with the top agent.
Yes.
Right? Which is funny. Everything, there's always a good and a bad. That top agent, you know, that broker that, you know, or whoever, right, that just opened a business and the hardest time to be a realtor, who knows what kind of people they've stepped on to get there. Right. Or the person that, you know, the realtor that doesn't own a home, but he's helped you buy 5 houses.
Yes.
You know, like they obviously know what they're doing.
Two instances that I was really like, thank God this is some fresh content. She spoke at the NAREP event. Zoe Klopfer.
Klopfer.
She
Shout out Zoe Klopfer.
Shout out to Zoe, because you posted this thing where you're like, oh, this is like the meal that I like to cook at home right now. And you put like the salmon in the air fryer that looks so good. But shout out to you, because that was like some very unique content as a realtor that caught my attention. I was like, I like this, because it's like, I do real estate. Oh, by the way, I also eat because I'm a human and I know how to cook something. And I was like, okay, I got to start putting salmon in my air fryer. There was also another agent. I don't remember her name. I was literally just scrolling and it came across. She took her uncle out for pizza on Christmas Eve, and it was like a very wholesome thing. You know, her uncle was sitting there eating like a pizza with pepperoni and sausage on it. And I was like, this is cool. Like,
it's cute. I could just pick him up and hug him.
That was like, this is so much
Give him a
better
little kiss
than,
on the cheek. Hey,
than
uncle.
dancing and pointing at interest rates. You know, you know.
Which that's why everybody loves Broke Agent, because
Yeah.
they point out like all the stuff that everybody's doing, and it's like there's a time and a place, and that after a certain point, people are just shucking the work, and they'd rather do that thinking that they're working, and they're not. You're not putting in any work. You're not doing anything for yourself. You're not doing anything for your family. You're not bettering yourself.
No.
Shit, or get off the pot. Like, we'd much rather not have you in the business at all.
Yeah.
Right. But then again, there's like, dude, it's so crazy, because like there's those kids that go around and they record. They just do like you know, they come in with their own cameras and drones and everything. They'll record someone else's listing. They'll give them a shout out at the freaking bottom where you can't even see, where they'll give them their credit.
Yes.
And I've had my own clients going, hey, Diego, look at this agent. He's killing it. He's got all these listings. I'm like, they're not his listings, but he's still getting noticed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how many listings do you think he's gotten from it?
Oh man.
Because people think they don't read between the lines.
No.
They just go, wow, this guy's killing it. I see nothing but beautiful homes there. I'm going to contact that person.
I'm going to contact him.
So great for you guys. Like there's always a niche. There's always a way to get the money. But get the money. Don't just waste your own time. Like it's, you know, that's what we've been dealing with. And again, we do this because we have a soft spot in our heart for you guys. New agents, old agents, everybody's just trying to figure it out. And unless you're making like $500K a year, like our boy Eric Kaiser, you know, there's just like, you haven't made it. Let's get you to where you can make it. We all want to get there. Let's make it together.
There. We want to get to that 500K, 800K.
Yeah, buddy.
Where every single thing you ever have, all your debts paid off. That's a good goal to have.
You said it yourself. The key to success is not how much we spend, but how much we save.
How much we save, yeah. Oh, man, that's so important to actually have like a bottom line that's even, where the numbers are good, where your CPA is like not looking at you like you're a jackass. I've had that look before.
They're like, you're just dumb.
They're like, what? Why did you buy 2 laptops in the same year? I won't even get into that.
Yeah, because here on Not a Boring Real Estate Podcast, we talk about real estate sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, other times it's, Ryan's love life. And then the rest of it is like me being a dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And then
you're being a dad for your first Christmas with a little boy, man. How was that?
Dude, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
Little guy. He changed in like a matter of 2-3 weeks. He's this whole new kid. He's this kid that I'm just like, whoa, like he's just grabbing things, and he looks at me and he just grins ear to ear from the other side of the room like, what's up, Dad? And I'm like, yo, you're my boy.
Oh,
like,
he just looks at you and notices you, and he's like,
all,
yeah.
Hey, like you think he was the Fonz. He's like, hey, what's up, Daddy? Like, he's cool, man. I'm so blessed to have him, and the best mom to him ever, and my best, my fiance. Like, I'm so thankful, dude. I have so much to be grateful for. yeah, the market's tough and blah, blah, blah. We're still out there. We're surviving. We're getting it. I still got a roof over my head. It's easy to get stuck in wallowing that, oh, I'm not a freaking millionaire already.
Hell yeah.
A lot of us aren't, and because of politics or whatever, you could blame yourself all day, and I blame myself so much. But you know what, man? It's okay to be grateful for what you have. I think that'll keep you just grounded, and holy crap, a kid will ground you, man.
Totally, man. And being grateful, that's a good point. And to segue with grateful, we are grateful for John Soricelli for letting us be in here today to film our episode of our podcast. He is the man. John Soricelli. Where can you find him on Instagram?
At the John Sor, S-O-R, the John Sor, at the John Sor. I don't know what the website is, but yeah, John Soricelli. He's out here in Huntington Beach with J&J Financial. The guy, he's the type of guy that, although he's busy as hell, he makes you feel like you're his only client.
You really does. You really do feel like you're the only one in the room. You're the highest priority. And if you want to give him a call, this is the office number right here, 949-478-3863. We get you the Instagram. We got you the phone number. You need a loan? Give him a call.
Give him a call.
Give him a call.
Tell him Diego and Ryan sent
Yeah,
you. You fucking welcome.
You got to hook it up,
What's the VIG? Give me the VIG. Isn't he from Jersey or something like that?
He's from New York.
He's like, Brooklyn or something, right?
He's from. What part of New York is he from? Do we know? White Plains. Yeah, dude. And he's got that East Coast it's the best accent in the world.
Well, that's why when I met him, I was like, oh, you're cool.
Yeah.
Because what happens is there's a certain type of person that needs to be on the phone when you're doing cold calls. And it's not the lax, Cali stoner. It's somebody who's about respectfully keeping the time frame, right? And what a lot of people do when they're doing cold calls, they're too busy trying to be your friend.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
So I gave my number to this one guy at a ugly sweater, Christmas party for work, right? And he's a credit repair guy. Nicest guy ever. If you see this, I hope it's just a learning curve for you. And I gave my number, and he calls me the next day, right on, as you could tell the guy was thirsty, And I'm telling him, and I'm like, hey, look, it's the end of the year. I'm going to tell you what everybody's telling me. I got nothing for you. Just wait till January. I got your back. If there's anything, you're the guy. I'm going to make it happen for you.
I was standing right next to you when you got that phone call.
So
you treated him a lot better than I treat cold caller, because you were like, oh, what's up, man? Oh, hey, dude, not right now, but hang in there. And I'm like, what?
I've told you, I feel bad because I get it. You're just chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
It's, it's the Christmas Eve, and you're like, I got to get a deal because I need some sort of win in my life right now.
He really did call you the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And I'm like, look, I get it that you're starving right now because desperation is a smelly cologne. And I tell that to people.
Yeah.
You can smell desperation over the phone. God. You're like, whoa,
Yep.
And so it only made it worse that the dude calls me the day after Christmas, and he's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, wait, didn't we say we were going to talk after the New Year? A couple weeks in? And he's like, oh, well, I just wanted to see what your Christmas was like. I'm like, no, you didn't.
That's his boss telling him.
You don't fucking care about my Christmas. My own friends don't fucking call me to see how my Christmas fucking went.
I didn't ask you how your Christmas was.
Did you call me about my Christmas?
I did not ask you how the Christmas was.
You sent me a meme or two.
Yeah, I sent you the memes. I said your boy looked so cute in the photos.
Yeah.
Other than that, I knew your Christmas was decent. I was like, hey,
you want to see how my Christmas went? Come on, bro. Nah, you just lost brownie points.
Yeah, oh my God, no! We both in that situation where we're calling for that, and then we're like, "Hey, he told me to call him." Then it's like, "No, just do it again." And it's like, "Okay, you're gonna test those things." By the way, shout out to not only John, but shout out to Brian, who's working the controls right here. Brian was so good over the phone, man. Brian's like butter on the phone, man.
Nice.
He was so good, and it's about that very welcoming phone call where it's a perfect level of confidence and welcoming, and no sign of what we call commission breath. Because sometimes you're like, it's all about the money, and they know it, they smell it, they call it commission breath.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it was good, man.
Brian, he's look at this tall, handsome motherfucker. I don't know why he's not over here on camera with us.
Yeah.
He's like our like when you bring a girl on so people will watch. but it's Brian.
Yeah.
No, but when you're on the phone, like, you know what, like most people think, and this could be a clip, right? When you're doing a cold call, you want the person to know that you're respectful. How do you do that? Not by saying, "Hello, may I speak to Mr. Domis?" No, that's like car salesman respectful.
Yeah.
Respectful over the phone is letting me know that you respect my time.
Okay.
Hello, Ryan.
Hi, yes, who's this?
Hey, Ryan, this is Diego. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great myself. Thanks for asking. Hey, I'm so sorry to bother. I was asked to call you by my supervisor. They mentioned that you were looking to sell a house.
Wow, that was so good.
You see-
Because I have no power to get off the phone. Like, that was so good. You even apologized ahead of time for any inconveniencing me. And then, so now that I know that you're aware of how much you care about my time,
Yeah. And
you're still on the phone with
I'm
me.
not. Oh, I respect your time. No, I'm not. Like, it's all about action. It's all about respecting your time by respecting it, by
Yes.
moving forward, by letting you know who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm calling, and who the hell sent me.
It wasn't that 10-second pause where they pick up the phone and you're like, how many thousands of miles away is this person calling me from?
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. 'Cause it's like boop, and you're just, oh, hello, hi, hello, Mr. Domis.
Yes, yeah.
And you're just like, you
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah,
Click.
I had this guy call me the other day, and he's like, "We're with the Department of Social Security, and we have a check for you. I just need to verify your Social Security number."
Yeah.
And I just went 555, 555, and then he hung up.
Yeah,
he knew
yeah,
exactly
I already
what I was
knew.
doing. Yeah.
Oh, there's I don't have the willpower to watch these, but they do have those. It's like a hacker.
Oh no, where he can see the camera
Yeah,
inside
dude.
the office.
How do you do that?
Oh,
bro?
that guy is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
That
That guy.
guy-
He deserves the Nobel Prize.
If we have millions of dollars, I would love to learn how to hack just like that guy. And you just like
I'll
go
just
after
pay
these
him. Hey,
phone
you're on
banks all
payroll
day.
now, bro. Just
Yeah.
let's do this.
If they're ripping off like old white people
And
all
they
day,
are, dude.
Yeah.
They've ripped off like I remember when I had a client call me. She's like, "Hey, I'm at Target and I'm about to buy these 2 gift cards and I gotta give them the number over the phone." I'm like, "Don't do it. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it's like they get into a trance, which it is. Like when I say it's like you hypnotize people when you're on a cold call and you're like hitting everything the right way. It's essentially hypnosis because you can control them. You know, if I say, "Hey, do me a favor, hop on your phone real quick," and they look at their phone. So now I have you staring at your phone, and I have you just doing everything that I want you to, and you're just mindlessly responding and doing everything I tell you to.
My head is still stuck on when he said when you're hitting it the right way. But anyway, so moving
Fucking-
along. I got
Fucking
we're
Huntington
still-
Beach farmer.
We're
over
still
here.
boys. We're still 22.
Yeah, I get it. I get it from the fiance about the group chat. She's
Yeah.
always tearing my head off about the group chat. God, I hope that never gets leaked. You know, especially if I like run for president, they're gonna be like, "Diego, I see here we pulled up transcripts from your group chat." And I'll be like, "Just send me to prison now. Just it's fine."
I am so looking forward to like 2024 and just hitting the reset button. I'm going to try to get less stressed out about things that used to stress me out in 2023. Anticipation of a phone call, just make the phone call.
Okay.
It's so easy to like worry about a phone call that you're going to make. Just make the phone call. Just like as soon as, I got to call this person.
Just do it.
Dude, end it. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah. What I think. So yeah. So okay. So 2024 resolutions. So for me, I would say my biggest goal is to not let the foot off the gas this year.
Oh.
Right. I crushed it from January to September into October, and I just let my foot off the gas because I had all these deals lined up, and one by one, like dominoes, they fell.
Oh, these deals fell through.
Yeah, dude, I had probably 50, 60,000 in deals that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm never the type to, count my chickens before they hatch. But I just like I'm sure a lot of agents do, it's the holiday season and you let off the gas. You stop making phone calls. You think, why would I call them? Everybody's dealing with the holidays. Nobody wants to hear from me. Get out of your head and just do it, especially if you know how to do it, like myself and other agents or lenders. Just get it done. Do it how you know how. Be respectful and just say, hey, I know it's the holidays. I'm just following up, just touching base with you. Let me know if you need anything and move on. The point is just to reset, get your bearings, get your year set up for 2024. That fourth quarter should be a push and it should also be a reset for the next year.
Yeah.
So that's what my goal for 2024 is going to be, is just not let my foot off the gas. I want next Christmas to be my best Christmas ever, and I think we all should do that.
Yes, dude. Mine is like consistency. Mine's like I need a morning routine. It's like a 2.5 hour routine where I wake up, drink coffee, use the Peloton, take a shower, eat breakfast, eat healthy, and then within 2.5 hours of waking up, I've already accomplished all these things that I'm proud of that I can now accomplish the rest of my day.
And if you don't beat yourself up about it.
Yes.
Because then it's almost like now your Peloton's going to be a freaking clothes rack.
Yeah, exactly. I'll start hanging clothes on it.
You're going to have 3-week-old coffee in the fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Get to the point where, yes, you can make that. And if it doesn't happen, great, make it up later. Or, just to take whatever you need to so you can, again, what's the main thing? We have to build ourselves up. Mm-hmm. We have to get in better shape. We have to take better care of ourselves. Mm-hmm. Make better decisions, and just, of course, make more money.
That's right, because me and Diego somehow, we behind Diego right now, the Red Anaya episode is playing, where we are both a lot less heavier.
You look like Pierce Brosnan.
Dude, Pierce Brosnan and the Mexican Justin Bieber back there. And now we're just sitting there looking like, why do we feel so fat? Because we're looking 6 months in the past, going, wow, we really look like that.
Yeah.
And back then we
thought we were fat.
We were
back
like,
then.
Now we really got some work to do.
Yeah, we do. But
oh my God, what if we're fatter in the next episode? It's gonna be bad news,
dude. Hey man, for New Year, new me. I'm there. I actually, thankfully, I got started already about 2 weeks ago. I've been hitting the gym consistently again.
Nice.
So, I saw something that was real cool. Just like, stupid memes that, you come across. And one that says, if you start now, you're 18 days ahead of the New Year, New Me people.
And you do jujitsu. What's the gym you're part of?
Oh, dude, 10th Planet. So world famous 10th Planet Orange, also Costa Mesa. My coach, Art Garcia, he's a black belt. The guy's amazing. But, of course, our grandmaster is Eddie Bravo.
A legend.
That'd be awesome if we can get him on one day.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, man, 10th Planet. We're known as the hippie stoners of the jiu-jitsu community. Yeah. All the Gracie Baja, all the Brazilians are like, just look at us like freaking, hippies in yoga pants, man. They're smoking weed in the freaking
You're the
parking
crazy
lot.
uncle at the family Thanksgiving dinner.
Talking about the 10th Planet, talking about Nibiru and all this stuff. Yeah, man. It's something that I really want Luca, my son, to get into as he starts getting older.
Aliens and UFOs.
That too, yeah. I want him to watch me in the gym doing jiu-jitsu and just learning because that teaches you failure, man.
Dude, wait, hold on. Like that scene, Austin Powers, where Mini-Me is doing like all these karate moves on Austin Powers. That's gonna be little Luca. He's gonna like appear from behind your back, like jump off your shoulders and
do like a little double judo chop.
Yeah, do a judo chop, little Mini-Me.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, dude, your kid's so cute, dude. We had the best time with him at the Sublime cover band Burritos.
Yeah, man.
At Brewery
We're
X.
cool parents. We take our kid to concerts.
Brewery X, and the singer of Burritos, Casey Sullivan, he's an agent.
Yeah.
You said he's with Coldwell, right?
He's with Coldwell Banker, he told me.
Shout out to Casey, dude. That guy's
awesome.
Shout out
Casey, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, we're in Huntington Beach now. I think we should get somebody like the lead singer of Burritos to come on the show.
That would be awesome.
I think there's a lot of cool agents that we would love to bring you on, especially if you're killing it in the OC area. Doesn't matter, South OC, North OC. LA agents are always welcome, but I think we should start bringing some of our local talent on and getting some really good pointers out here for you guys. This show isn't just for realtors. This show is for everyone that wants to just get a leg up on life and, of course, to figure out how you can make up your own decisions when it comes to real estate, right? We want to give you every angle of this conversation because it's not always black and white, right? Yes, it's a great time to buy, but if you don't have 50 grand sitting in the bank and you make 100 grand a year, you're probably not going to buy an OC.
Nope.
Maybe you have to get 3 family members to all pitch in and use their credit and use their income. But I've done it. I've done it with 6 people on one loan to qualify to buy for a house. Was it easy? No. Was there a lot of heartache and headache? Yes. But they've got it done. So if you make a plan, stick to it, 2024 will be your year.
It's going to be our year, baby. We're doing it. This is going to be the best year ever. We've never put so much pressure on ourselves to be better, which is a great sign.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't show physically, but we'll be there.
My boy.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Follow us, Not a Boring Real Estate Podcast. We're on Instagram. We're TikTok. We're everywhere. Follow,
everywhere.
share. And if you're single, slide into those DMs and just send them a podcast episode.
Look at his beautiful
Send them a podcast episode, and that'll get them ready to rock on a Friday night.
Send a reel to your mother.
Yeah.
We love you.
Love you.